You are gripping the steering wheel of your life so tightly that your knuckles are white, yet you feel like you are losing control of everything. You want her attention, you want the promotion, and you want the respect of your peers. But the harder you want, the further these. The tragedy of the modern man is hyper-attachment, a state of being where your happiness is outsourced to the whims of the external world. When you are attached, you are vulnerable to every shift in her mood or every change in the market, leaving you weak, reactive, and very. You aren't passionate. You are addicted to the validation of things you cannot control. This neediness is a chemical signal that tells the world you are empty. Feminine energy, which is naturally fluid and reactive, cannot find a ground in a man who is as unstable. According to the laws of masculine polarity, the masculine is the still point and the feminine is the motion. If you are the one in constant emotional motion chasing, explaining and worrying, you have effectively swapped poles. You have become the feminine element, and she has no. Reference the law of reverse effort. When you try to stay afloat in water by threshing, you sink. When you relax and detach, you float. By retaining your seed, you are physically building the androgenic reserve that allows your nervous system to relax into a state of. Detachment is not cynicism or coldness. It is the absolute sovereignty of a man who knows his value is not up for debate. When you are detained in your own purpose, you stop projecting your needs onto others. This emotional independence is the most magnetic frequency A. Imagine a world where you are a mountain and she is the weather. The weather can be a storm or a sunny day, but the mountain does not change its shape. On retention, you become the mountain. You are detached from the storm, and that immutability is. Most men fail because they perform detachment. They try to act like they don't care, but their eyes are still searching for her reaction. True detachment only comes when you are full of your own life force. You don't act like you don't care. You are simply. The twist that creates the pull is that distance is the mother of desire. Without space and detachment, there can be no attraction. You must be willing to lose her to truly have her. Retention gives you the internal wealth to mean it when you. To master this polarity, you must implement the outcome independence protocol immediately. You must walk into every room and every interaction with the mindset that you already have everything you need. You are the prize, and the world is auditioning for a place in your kingdom. And practical framework step 1, the pivot to purpose. Your mission must be the primary object of your attachment. If a woman or a social status is your God, you will always be a slave. You must attach to the work and detach from the results today. Practical framework step 2, the reaction delay. When someone tries to provoke you or test your boundaries, wait 5 seconds before responding. This gap is the evidence of your internal freedom. You are the operator of your emotions, not a slave to the stimuli of. Practical framework step 3, the radical walkaway. You must be prepared to walk away from any deal, any relationship, or any situation that does not align with your highest self. Retention gives you the balls to do this. You are a man of standard, and expectation reset. Detachment will feel lonely at first. You are cutting the umbilical cord of external validation. You will feel a sense of void, but this void is where your new power is being born. You are becoming a solid man in a very. The reality of masculine polarity is that it is binary. You are either the lead or the follower. There is no middle ground. By detaching from her approval, you naturally take the lead. You are no longer asking for the path. You are creating the. You will notice that people start chasing you the moment you truly let go. It is a universal law. The world follows the man who follows his purpose. By choosing your seed and your mission over her text, you have triggered the chasing instinct in. The world wants you to stay attached to cheap pleasures and social media validation, because a man who is addicted to the external is a man who can be steered. By detaching, you are becoming unsteerable. You are the captain of your own very powerful. You might feel a sudden surge, absolute calm, when you realize that nothing outside of you can break you. You have internalized your source of power. You are no longer thirsty for the world. You are a spring that the world wants to drink. Tears of sovereign peace might hit you when you realize the war for validation is finally over. You have won. You don't need them to know you are great, for you to be great. You are the master of the self, and very holy, and the suspense of your detached life is the realization that you are dangerous. A man who wants nothing is a man who can risk everything. You are a wild card in the deck of life, and the dealers are starting to get nervous about your relationships will become electric because the tension is back. Because you are detached, she can never pin you down. You remain a mystery to be solved, a fire to be tended, and a king to be respected. This is the true masculine, and this is the philosophy of the sovereign. You are moving beyond need and into abundance. You are treating your life force as the collateral for your own empire. You are the master of the seed and the captain of the polarity, and very powerful. And the emotional weight of detachment is the feeling of heavy gravity. You are so dense with your own purpose that you pull everything toward you without trying. You are the center of the universe, and the stars are finally starting to align for. But the danger is in nihilism. Do not confuse detachment with not caring about anything. You must care deeply about your legacy and your honor. You are only detached from the opinions of the weak and the fleeting nature of the flesh. And one moment of desperate attachment can depolarize a relationship in seconds. You must be the sentry of your own indifference. You are choosing long-term authority over short-term reassurance every single day of your life. You are the master of the soul, and your journey is a biological masterpiece in the art of masculine power. You are proving that a man's strength is measured by what he can let go of, not what he can hold on to. You are the sovereign of your own very powerful. The suspense of the next challenge is the source of your new quiet focus. You don't need to win. You expect to grow. You are the master of the energy, the captain of the detachment, and the one who has finally, beautifully, and eternally. As the sun sets on your detached day, you stand in the absolute freedom, a man who is finally unshackled. You are the retained man, the master of polarity, and the one who has finally, beautifully, and eternally found the way to attract the world. The final silence of this script is the silence of perfect autonomy. No craving, no begging. Just the steady, rhythmic pulse of a man who is finally enough.